Hi YouTube, it's Naya, and I have not seen you guys in forever. I miss you guys. The last time I did a video was about a month ago, and I was telling you guys then that I was studying for my licensing exam. So I have been studying for that and then I finally took it. Work has been just a bear, and so now I'm finally finished and I'm good to go for another 3 years. So I'm happy about that, and now I'm back and I can kind of sit down and try and get some videos out to you guys. I really miss you guys. I hope everybody is doing well and wonderful, and I hope you guys are taking advantage of the Sephora Friends and Family sale that's currently going on. I think that ends around the 30th or the 31st of the month, so you definitely need to get in contact with someone that you know at Sephora so that they can send you an email with the specific code that'll allow you to use that 20% off your entire purchase a couple of times, as long as the sale's still going on. So this way you can take advantage of some of the amazing holiday ideas that are out there this year. So what this video is going to be about is going to be about everything that I picked up for holiday 2015. Now, there's so many amazing products out there. It was like literally, you know, a toss-up of which things to get and which things were worth it, which things weren't worth it. And so I'm going to kind of show you some of the things that I picked up, and hopefully if any of these things are that catch your eye or on your list, then you have a good idea of what they look like, what they cost, and then you can either add them to your holiday wish list, or you can run out and go get them, or maybe your bestie will just be a really good bestie this year and make sure you get some of these great ideas. So most of these palettes range around $59. That seems to be the going price for most of the palettes this holiday season. And then the smaller palettes are roughly about $49. You guys know that when the companies bring out these holiday ideas, you have things that are specific for Sephora, and then you have things that are specific for Ulta. This year, I use quite a few of my favorite YouTubers out there that I watch, and I watched their videos, and it helped me decide which things I was leaning more towards and which things I could kind of X off my list. And I had a pretty big list going into the holiday start of the holiday sales. So the very first thing, which I think is one of the top front runners for the holiday 2015, and that is the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. And this is one of the most stellar palettes thus far this year. Kat Von D previously had a Mi Vida Loca palette, and it was a smaller one. So this year she did a remake on it, and it kind of puts you in the mindset of a record album. Kat Von D does stellar graphics. Her packaging is always phenomenal. One thing that I will say that I don't particularly like is the fact that it is made the way it is, because it isn't necessarily travel friendly, but for a collector's piece it is awesome. On the back you get these beautiful shades right here, and they're all labeled, and they're labeled here and they're labeled on the actual palette itself. So basically you have this little notch here, and then you just slide this out, and here is your palette. You do not get a mirror with this palette, and this retail for about $59 and change. So here are all the gorgeous shades, and like I said, it looks like a record album. Had the little disc in the middle with the Kat Von D logo. In the center here you have all your neutral shades, and then you just have the gambit of the shades in the rainbow. So over here you've kind of got your pink and various shades. You have your orange tones, your yellows, your greens, your blues, and then your purples. And these shadows are vibrant, they're very pigmented, and they blend amazingly. So Kat Von D, kudos to you. You did an amazing job on the Mi Vida Loca. So this one I rate as my #1 pick for the holiday. Next up, my second pick favorite is definitely the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. Now, Urban Decay brought out the Vice 4, and they also brought out a Spectrum palette. Now, I originally purchased the Spectrum palette, but once I got it in the mail and I really took a really good look at it in comparison to the 15th anniversary palette, they were very similar, and the fact that the Spectrum palette would have only offered me 5 new additional shades, and I just couldn't see paying the money for that, so I ended up sending it back, and I went on ahead and decided to get the Vice 4, and I'm really glad that I did because it is awesome. It comes in this really cute bag here, which you can use as a makeup bag later on. And then here is the Vice 4 palette, and it looks like this really colorful piece of like stained glass, almost broken up and shattered glass. So it is gorgeous. You get a really nice size mirror, and the mirror does sit up if you are one of those people who uses the mirrors in the palettes. You get a double-ended brush, and then you get all 20 of these amazing shades right here. And Urban Decay really did a phenomenal job. These shadows are nicely pigmented, they apply nicely, and they blend out beautifully. So definitely, if you're in the market for something new, Urban Decay, check out the Vice 4. Next up would be the Lorac Mega Pro 2. Now, you guys know when Lorac Mega Pro 1 came out, it was such a debacle trying to get that. Like, a lot of people really missed out on it and really wanted it. It was just horrible. But this year, I'm glad Lorac decided to make this palette exclusive to Ulta. So if it's sold out on the Lorac website, you can head over to your local Ulta and pick it up. And it looks like this. It comes in this really gorgeous blue cardboard, and blue is one of my favorite colors. I like the fact that it's nice and thin, and this palette also retailed for $59. You get a nice mirror, and then you get all of these beautiful shades right here. So you definitely get 2 rows of matte shadows and then 2 rows of shimmer shadows. And when I say Lorac did an awesome job with this, because you have an array of enough highlighting shades, neutral shades, transitional shades, you have some pops of color, and then you have your smoky shades. So I believe that this is a really good all-around palette for the holidays. And next up, I wanted to get some things from Too Faced. Now, Too Faced has brought out quite a few items for the holidays, so you have your pick of which ones to go with. And after watching a few videos, I kind of shied away from the ones that were exclusive to Sephora. After going into the stores and watching the videos and kind of playing with them as my store was putting different things out, I wasn't overly impressed with the ones that they made specific for Sephora, but I was in love with the ones they made specific for Ulta. So the very first one that I picked up is La Petite Maison palette, and it comes in a package like this. And Too Faced always does an awesome job with their packaging too. It is really cute and dainty, kind of girly effect, and a lot of their holiday palettes kind of look like little gift boxes already. So I picked that one up, and on the inside it looks like this. Nice gorgeous little gift box, and then you take this little lid off and you flip this back, and so then you kind of have this little room where you have a little dress form. You get a miniature deluxe size sample, not miniature, deluxe size sample of Better Than Sex mascara. I love this little wrought iron staircase. That is just so gorgeous. And then right down here you have your palette. So you have this little notch, and then you just pop this out. You have no mirror with this packaging, so if you're one for mirrors, sorry, you won't have a mirror with that one. And then inside is your palette, and it's really small, very travel friendly, and that's what we love. We love travel friendly items. And so when you open it up, this is the back of the palette, and then down here is all of the 12 eyeshadows. And these are some really gorgeous eyeshadows. I'll give you quick swatch of a few. So there are 3 of the shades in the La Petite Maison palette. And there they are swatched on my hand. And I like the fact that the glitter is kind of being picked up, and it's not just like you see it and then you'll go to apply it on your eye and it just all falls away. So I'm definitely loving that. Next up from Ulta, I also picked up the Too Faced Le Grand Chateau palette, and it comes in a package like this. And I have to be honest with you guys, I picked this one up more so because of the packaging, because it is so freaking adorable. And here is the Le Grand Chateau, just really girly and really cute. If you're one that likes to kind of decorate your makeup room or your makeup area, this would be a great little piece for that. So basically you lift the top off here, you open the little doors on the front, and inside you have a deluxe sample of the Better Than Sex mascara. I have enough of that mascara to last me a lifetime now. And then inside, that is the back of it. So that will look really cute. You know, you just kind of set it up on your shelf or whatever in your room. Really dainty and cute. But the thing that I loved even more is that it came with 3 separate palettes. So you have your green, your pink, and the black, and it has a little bow. But I also like the fact that on the back it has the to and from. So basically, if you found one palette that you preferred more, you could keep that one for yourself and gift the other 2. And these would make great stocking stuffers. So I'm going to quickly show you what's inside of the black one. So in the black you have 6 eyeshadows and 1 blush. And you have a nice, really pretty pinky blush in there. And if you guys need to see swatches of anything in particular, just leave me a comment down below and I will come back and swatch them for you if you guys have not already seen these things. Here is the pink palette. And here is the green. And the green one looks like this. And this blush, which is called Mademoiselle, this thing is gorgeous. It's kind of like a peachy matte shade. And there it is, swatched out on my hand. So that is everything that I got from Too Faced. Now, this is going to be a rather long haul, guys. So you might want to go grab a drink, check your dinner, make sure you're not burning that up, get your kids a snack, you know, some apples, some grapes or some little carrots, just to tide them over so you can run back and feed them, and come on back and check out the rest of the stuff that I picked up. Alright, next thing up was, I am a Tarte fanatic, so I had to get something Tarte, and after watching Tara Babes and Crystallis and Tiff Jeff 069, I've seen quite a few different things, and so it was easy for me to choose one thing over another. So this year I passed on the Tarte set that was exclusive to Sephora, and like I said, I picked up the one exclusive to Ulta, and this one is called, let's get the right name, it's called The Greatest Glitz, and it comes in a box like this, and this one retailed for $49, and I just love this little jewelry box. It is so gorgeous. You pull out this little drawer, and down in the bottom you get a lip surgeon, and then you get a deluxe sample of the Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Then you open up the top and you have a nice huge mirror back here, And then inside you have these 3 single palettes right here. And you have a yellow, a pink, and a silver. So I'm going to quickly show you guys what each one of those looks like. So here is the silver. And inside of these, you don't have a mirror. They are really thin. So basically, you really could pull all 3 out if you were going traveling and take all 3 with you. So inside of them, you get 8 eyeshadows and 1 blush. So here's the silver, which is like most of your darker, smokier shades. And then this blush down here is so gorgeous, and it is called Bubbly. And there is Bubbly on my finger. And here it is swatched out on my hand. Just really pretty. So I am already loving that. Tarte does an amazing job with their blushes. So definitely don't want to pass on any of them. Now here is the pink palette. And the pink palette looks like this. Really pretty. This blush is called Impress, and it's a really pretty rosy pink. And there it is swatched out on my hand. And then last up is the gold palette, and inside of the gold palette you get these eyeshadows and this really gorgeous kind of magenta-ishy looking blush, and this one is called Warm Hearted. And there is a swatch of Warm Hearted on my finger, and here it is swatched out on my hand. So that was the Tarte set that I decided to get this year. Also, I picked up the Tarte's Bling It On blush palette, and it comes in a package like this. And be very careful if you decide to get this palette. The glitter does come off. I don't like the off the cuff a couple of years ago. That one looked glittery, looked like it had glitter, but it didn't like all come off the package. And inside you get a mirror, and then you get these 5 Amazonian clay blushes. So I got that. Next up, once again, I'm into the Amazonian clay blushes. So I also picked up the At First blush kit, and this is the $35 kit, and it comes with 4 of the miniature Amazonian clay blushes. And so let's see, what do we have here? We have Exotic. This next one is called Epic. You have Embellish, and then Entertain. So I'm going to quickly pop these out and show you guys what they look like. I'm not going to swatch them because I think I'm going to put them in a giveaway. So this very first one is called Ecstatic, and this one is supposed to be like a nude melon shade. This next one is called Epic, and Epic is a poppy pink. So here is Epic. This next one is called Embellish, and Embellish is a plum rose, and it looks like this. And this very last one is called Entertain, and Entertain is a rosy pink, and it looks like this. So that is what I picked up from Tarte. Next up, guys, I decided this year I was going to get something from Smashbox. And so you guys might be aware that Smashbox each year brings out a masterclass eyeshadow palette. And so I don't own any of them, any of the years that they brought them out. But this year, this one kind of caught my eye and I decided to pick it up. And I got the Art of Love Color Masterclass palette, and it comes in a package like this, and this one retailed for $65. And when I say the packaging alone is just so freaking gorgeous. The only thing, I think the reason I've always kind of passed on these, I always felt that they were bulky, and that may be a downside to some people. A lot of people like to be able to, you know, if there's shades in here that you love and you want to travel with, you might find this a little cumbersome, but actually you could carry this on vacay with you and have every single thing you freaking need. So here is the packaging. Really gorgeous. I love the watercolors. They are gorgeous. It has this little strap to hold it closed, and then you open it up, and inside you get a little pamphlet. Tells you about the Masterclass palette. That goes there. Little protective sleeve. And then when you open it up, you have these two beautiful trays of gorgeous eyeshadows. And the thing that I think I love too is that these are removable, so you can take them out of here and work with them, and then if you like, you can put them back in there. And then in the back here you get a bunch of look cards. So I picked this up, and I will come back definitely and give you guys swatches of this one in a separate video, because it's just too gorgeous not to give you guys swatches of that one. And then also from Smashbox, I also picked up this smaller kit, and this one is $49, and this one would be great once again for stocking stuffers, and it comes in a package like this, so don't be surprised if you see this in giveaway. And so inside of here, I love this. You got 3 different little kits, and they come with their own little colorful sleeves on them, and on the back it has the to and from. And so this first one here, this one, let's see if they have any specific names for them. I don't think they have any specific names for them, but let me show you what they look like on the inside. So in here you get 6 eyeshadows and a kind of like a blush shade. And because I'm going to be putting these in a giveaway, I'm not going to swatch them. This next one has like your burgundies, your browns, your neutrals, and a kind of terracotta colored blush. Really pretty. And then this last one over here looks like this. If I can get it open. Or did I show you this one already? I can't remember if I showed this one. I might have. So let me check this one. And don't drop it. Okay, so no, I didn't show that one. So you have your purples, you have your neutrals. Really cute. So definitely this would be a great gift idea if you just want to share the Smashbox love. Alright, next up is I also picked up a palette from Stila, and they have 2 versions. I got the smaller version, and this is the Stila Trust and Love gift set, and it comes in a package like this. And this retail for $40. And I really love the packaging. Kind of reminds me of like back in the old English daytime, when you had kings and queens and the little seal mark here. and it's kind of like a little envelope, and you open it up, and inside you get a nice mirror. I'll try to cover that without blinding you guys. And then inside you get a lip glaze, you get a mascara, and then you get these beautiful shades right here. Really, really gorgeous. I think the bigger set comes with 4 blushes also in it. And I'm pretty blushed out over here, so I decided to go with the smaller set. And I think this would be really, really cute. It's very convenient. You have some lip colors, you have mascara, and you have enough shades to do some really awesome eye looks. So this is the Stila Trust and Love gift set. And then the very next thing that I want to show you guys that I picked up is I did a bit of a splurge. When this first was being shown on Trend Mood, if you follow Trend Mood on Instagram, when I first saw this, this was like the very first thing I had wrote down on my list. And when I say it's a splurge because this particular palette retails for $99. With the tax, let's just call it an even $100. And that's pretty pricey. But I picked up the Marc Jacobs style number 20 palette, and it looks like this. Like, just stare at that palette, the packaging for a minute, guys. Like, it looks so like intergalactic, you know, stars and everything. It's just really, really gorgeous. It comes with 20 eyeshadows, and I will tell you, first off, it keeps fingerprints really bad. But this is the packaging, and it's a little bit bigger than the standard Marc Jacobs like blush and bronzer palette. You push this little button, and you get the little protective sleeve to protect your shadows. You get a really nice size mirror, and it does stand up, so you can utilize it. And then you get these 20 gorgeous shades. Now, like I said, this is a splurge purchase. Like, you have to really be wanting this. And I saw this, and it just was just too gorgeous, and I really had to, you know, first tell myself, okay, it's gonna be all right that you're gonna spend $100 on this. It's gonna really be worth it. So let me show you some of the shades in this palette, and the shades are just really gorgeous too. So there are 4 of the shades in this number 20. And you have an array of mattes, satins, and metallics in this palette. So like I said, this is a splurge. This is not a just, okay, I'm gonna go get it. You really have to want to get this, and if you decide to get it or you put it on your wish list, maybe your loved ones will definitely pick it up for you. So I got that. And then the next things that I want to show you guys really quickly is Anastasia Beverly Hills brought out another palette, and you know, she makes some really amazing palettes, and the price is very economical. And this year she just brought out the Self-Made palette, and I have pretty much all of her palettes. And this one retailed for $35. It looks like this. Inside you get a double-ended brush. So on one end you kind of have like this kind of fluffy blending brush, and then you have like a flat shader brush on the other end. And then inside you get these gorgeous shades right here. And I haven't compared any of these shades, and I'm just looking off the top of my head. I don't see any repeats from previous palettes, so kudos Anastasia for that. Let me give you a couple of, well, no, take that back. I think I see one. Pink Champagne. I think that was just in the previous palette, but that's okay because it was a gorgeous shade. But there are 4 of the shades in the Self-Made palette, and let's see, where can I put you? and here they are swatched out on my hand. So that is what I got from Anastasia. Alright guys, I'm going to call it quits right here. I have a few more items, but I'll bring that to you in my Sephora friends and family kind of haul, because this was part that and part me just buying. I hope these palettes give you guys some good ideas of gifts for your loved ones or for yourself. And if you picked up any of these, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, whether you like something, whether you dislike something, and this way we can share all the wealth of knowledge on all the holiday palettes and save somebody, I ain't say myself, but somebody, some money. Alright guys, love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.